Hi there people, it's Uberman UK, and today's topic we're going to talk about your medical. Now a medical could be for taxi drivers, for bus drivers, for lorry drivers. Most it's the standard test what I'll show you with. I'll put a bit extras in. Sometimes you don't ask this, but I will cover all aspects. The basic medical test is a blood pressure test, a urine test, an eyesight test, a hearing test, and a quick physical. You're probably wondering why I've got this strapped to my hand. This is one of the tests they actually use. It's a blood pressure monitor, and if you're worried about your blood pressure, get one of these devices online. They range between 20 and 30 pounds, and you can monitor it, so when you do go to the doctor, you know you won't have high blood pressure. They do get tight. God, it squeezed my hand because you have to squeeze your veins, you see. Woo, it's tight. Now most doctors use this device. They can use the old kind of device. It is tight. So hopefully, and these readings would give you an accurate reading and give you like a mark. And if you're in the red, you've got high blood pressure, and the doctor won't like that. There's my readings, if you can see it there. I'm in the normal, believe it or not. All the healthy stuff I eat, I'm in the normal. But if you do start stressing in your test, your blood pressure will go up. So don't worry too about it. If you are worried about your blood pressure, get these devices. Say they're cheap off the internet, and it creates one of the worries what you have to do. Now another test you've got to do is your eyesight test. So you'll need your speckers. Don't put your contacts in because they'll ask you to take it out. Usually they'll say take your glasses off and read them numbers, and you're like this because you haven't got glasses on. And so you have to see a certain sight. Basically you have to be near enough blind, because I think it's the top two numbers you need to read, which is pretty straightforward, even someone who has bad eyesight like me. And then they'll put your glasses on, and then you'll be able to read it, hopefully. And that's the test. And the hearing test, usually they put some hearing tests when they're speaking to you. If you're answering questions, they don't really bother. They usually check inside your ear as well. I say they check your pulse and all your lungs, and they give you a good feel all around your body. And depending on the doctor or what medical you want, yes, they could feel your private parts and your bottom part as well. Hopefully they don't do it depending on your medical requirements from your council. So be prepared for that. Also, they ask you to do a urine sample. What's in one of these? And you've got to pee in one of these. Hey, oh, you've got good aim. And they usually put like a piece of paper inside it what tells them if you're diabetic or not, which would cause complications in your medical. Now, how do you tell if you're diabetic? Well, you don't, unfortunately. Most people go through their natural lives without even realising they're diabetic. Now, I've had these medicals before, because I'm a bus driver. I used to be a bus driver, so I'm used to these medicals. So they give you a full physical. You might have to stand up, sit down, lie in the bed, and they monitor you all the time, see any reactions, anything to do with that. And some councils, not all, but some councils, especially a taxi driver and especially bus drivers, they want you to do what's called a drugs test. Now they don't take blood, they're not going to give you needles. What they do is get one of these and they stick it up here like this, run it round your face, and put it in a tube and put some liquid on. If it turns blue, you're in trouble. But they will ask you, have you took any medication previously in the last 6 months? Be honest, even paracetamol, diarrhea tablets, anything, tell them, because it will show on this test. Because certain, believe it or not, when I went for my bus medical, I passed every single test, and they said to me, have you ever took any medication in the last 6 months? And I thought to myself, well, 3 weeks ago I'd had a bit of runs, diarrhea, and I took some tablets for that. But I thought I'm not going to mention that because it's not drug related. And when I did that test, I tested positive for cocaine, because I didn't realise they had cocaine in the tablets what I would take you when you buy it over the chemist. So be honest and tell them every medication you took, because it does show. How it shows, I'll never know. I don't know anything about that. But so be honest, people. Even if it's paracetamols, ibuprofen, tell them what you've took. They log it all down and they can tell basically with that. And that's a medical, and hopefully at the end of the medical you'll pass. Now if you do the taxi test, you have to go to your own GP, because there's a list of questions they would like to know, like have you got a heart condition, are you have a pacemaker. They want to see all your history basically, so they can look at it, because there might be a tick box on your medical. Then the doctor makes sure he stamps every page, stamps it, and then that's it, you've done. You take it back to your local authority or the DVLA, which one you go to, and the medical's complete. Now I think medicals are quite good. A lot of people are worried about medicals. I've never been worried about medicals. I know I don't eat the right food. I love me Domino's, I love me kebabs, I love me McDonald's. But I've never been worried about it. Actually, it's quite a good experience, because you're getting a full MOT on your body. Because you don't go to the doctors only when you're poorly. So a full medical assessment of yourself is quite positive and quite good. Right people, thanks for watching this video. Uberman signing.